What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. This vlog is gonna be about being on drugs is not a disease. Um, you know, some people I had this conversation or whatever, so I just decided to put it online. I was listening, I was ear hustling, and it just really wasn't ear hustling. Walking by, I heard somebody talking about it, and I was like, "What in the?" So basically, it's like this. Some people do believe that being on drugs, being an addict, is a disease. It's a sickness that you gotta work work out with people, and you gotta be there from thick and thin and through all the stuff they going through. And I'm like, what disease is that? Like when did being a crackhead be a disease? Like when did being a pothead be a disease? When did somebody hooked on smack become a disease? Like when is a meth head, whatever they call them motherfuckers, a tweaker? What disease is that? Like what's the cure? Sober? Quit? Get off that shit? Stop sucking dicks to get a fix? Like, so I'm putting that out there to say this because, I got people in my family just like you got people in your family who've been on that shit. Whatever that shit is, whether it's weed, alcohol, cocaine, heroin, prescription pills, whatever that shit is. Look, that ain't no disease. They just reckless. And you don't feel sorry for people like that. I'm sorry. I mean, unless somebody got you on some drugs, like somebody actually really just slipped you one day and caught you off guard and that got you hooked. Okay, you get a pass. I mean, that's for real because you wasn't intending to be on some drugs. But the people who tried drugs and just kept taking them and taking them to the point that they just did themselves in, that's not a disease. It's just being an addict. That's just being reckless, selfish, self-destructive person. And ain't no cure for that. I mean, people do that with other shit. You see people in these cars speeding all the time, and you tell them all the time, "Look, man, you need to stop driving like that before you get yourself killed." And what happens? Eventually, they get in a wreck. And it's odd that normally they're not the ones that get hurt that bad. The people that they got in a wreck with get fucked up for trying to be safe. So I mean, shit like that is ridiculous. Same thing with drinking. People who drink and drive. I could do it. I could do it. Okay. Same thing with people who are having sex with any and every old body, unprotected. Like, hey, I just like the feeling. Okay, I like the feeling of that damn hospital bed too. You know, but I'm just saying, like, I don't get it. Like, what they ain't even made a name for it yet. If it's a disease, like, I heard of cancer. I've heard of pneumonia. I've heard of ulcers. Uh, let's talk about diseases, okay? Like HIV and leukemia. Uh, what's the? My grandmother had scleroderma. Liver failure, something like kidney failure, infections that turn into disease, or you know, an aneurysm, stuff that really affects you. But a dope fiend don't equate to none of that. That stuff is not purposely done. Like being a dope fiend is done on purpose repeatedly. You got to work at maintaining your dope fiendishness. And I can't feel sorry for somebody like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like if you gotta be on that shit that bad that you out here doing all kind of outlandish shit, or you going to work, because it's some responsible dope heads. But the minute they get their check, they got to go get their fix and then get back to work. I mean, if it's on you that bad, I'm sorry you got hooked. But you ain't got a disease. You just like getting high above all other things. Some people like drinking above all other things. Some people like smoking cigarettes. People like sex. Some people like speeding. Some people like fighting. I don't know. Some people dance too damn much. But it ain't a disease. But fuck it. I mean, I'm just putting it out there, man, because that's just irritating, man. You think you got a disease because you getting high? You an asshole. Yeah, I said it. And you still an asshole. And yeah, I said it.